Good morning, one and all. Today we will discuss about Numpy. The multi-line comment is done in the Python using the three triple quotes or double quotes. Numpy is a Python library used to create dimensional array. Here the syntax for this one is import numpy as np. Here instead of writing the numpy each and every time, I would like to use this one. It is not a mandatory, it is a user defined one. Okay. Here array is represented with the a equal to np dot array. Open the bracket. Okay. Next this is the bracket. Next you need to mention the n number of list. List 1, list 2, list 3, and so on. You can mention them. This is the representation. In this way, you can represent n number of arrays. Here, I would like to develop this one. Array equal to np dot array. Same library name is used here. This is the one array. This is the it is the one dimensional array. Okay. Print given array. I would like to store it this one. Numpy. Here need not to mention with the .py because we are working on the Python IDE. Okay. It is getting as output. Okay. Here, as per the discussion, we would like to introduce n number of elements. Here. This way you can increase the n number of array elements. Okay, here I wanted to find out the what is the size of the array. Size of array. It gives how many number of elements the array consists of. Here 4 into 4, 16 elements. The array consists of 16 elements. dimensions of the array. How many number of dimensions are used here? The array. For this purpose, we can use the dimensions. Two-dimensional array. Okay. Next, shape. Okay. Shape is represented with the how many number of rows and columns. Okay. Number of rows and columns in array. In array. It is represented with the shape. Here, 4 rows and 4 columns. It is the how to represent the array. Okay. Next, I wanted to same thing. I wanted to represent it with the number of zeros and the number of ones. It is the we can develop the n number of varieties of lists. Okay. Here, I would like to say whether zeros. Okay. Yeah. The zeros we can we can represent it with the np zeros. Next, you need to mention the how many number of rows, columns. Okay. It is the what type of data type in. For example, int. This is the syntax for development of number zeros. Here, the same thing I would like to use. This is the thing. Array array equal to np dot zeros, 4 zeros, 4 columns. Okay. D type is represented with the sorry. Okay. 4 zeros and 4 60 11. This is the thing. Same thing I wanted to represent with the complex number. It is the zeros. Next I would like to go for the ones. Instead of using the zeros, you need to mention the ones. Ones. The previously it is represented with the n number of user defined values. Next it is zeros as well as the ones. Okay. Same thing can be represented with the complex number also. Complex data type. Here, here we need to mention the complex number. Here we can go for the previous example. the same as the thing NP array. Phone. Okay. Right. Okay. Here, after the completion of this one, dot data type equal to complex. This is the complex number representation. Okay. It is indicate by using the Numpy, you can create the all data types of that. The conclusion for this one is by using Numpy, we can create any type, any data type of elements. Okay. Integer, float, complex, okay, as well as the random numbers also. This is the way of representation we can use this. Okay. We can go for the random number generation. Okay. Integer, float, character is the float, and the random it is the both the things we can use the same concept. Random number generation. We can use the for this purpose we can use the np random dot random. It is represented with the column row representation. Okay. By default, it generates the floating points, floating numbers. Random dot random. Four rows, four columns. This is the situation. Here we can use the floating numbers. The same program can be converted into this one by using the fractional. Fractional is converted into the floating number representation. Like that. Previously, you are using these are fractional. Fractionals are converted into the floating by using multiply with this. Okay, this is the another type of method. Next, you can go further. This is the range related stuff. A range. A range can be used for the specific. Can be used for specific start to end of the number. Okay. Particular starting to the end of number. Okay, here we can use the NPA range. Okay, here it required the starting number, comma, end number -1, increment or decrement value. Okay, is the starting number, ending number, and increment or decrement value. Here I would like to represent the A range. Okay, nothing. Okay, okay, with the 113. Okay, here we need to represent the distribution. Okay, starting with 1, increment 1 up to 2. Okay, this can be converted into the different format. Okay, it is the one variety of thing. The another format is reshape, range comma reshape. Here I would like to represent with the reshape. Same thing can be converted into the two rows. Not shape, one row, two columns. Just a minute. It is not a group. Cannot arrange the thing into 2 into 16. This is actually some modification is required. It have the formula A dot range. Okay, we have the some modification is required here. N dot reshape. Okay, M comma N. For example, here I would like to take the 12. Just a minute. 12. Just with the 12 element. 12 can be split into 2 comma 6. 2 rows and 6 columns. Concept wise same only. This is the 0 to 11. Starting with the 0 up to n2 minus 1. Okay, the totals each thing is can be split into two. 0 to 5, 6 to 7. In this way, you can change with the n number of varieties. Okay, product of 2 into 6 also it is 12. Same thing I would like to change with this one 12. It is represented with the 3 4. It means 3 rows and 4 columns. Total thing it be converted into the 2 rows. Here 3 rows and 3 columns. The same way you can change with n number of varieties. 4. Here 4 rows and 3 columns. In this way you can rearrange the array element in the different varieties of the thing. Another part of this thing is you can go for the accessing the array elements. How to access the array elements? Here. Here the array elements are represented with this is the format. Row 0. Okay, directly you can go for this one. The one variety is it is one of the method you can use the access the rows and columns. Okay. Okay. Here, for example, row axis is the array with the G array 0, comma, colon. It access the first row. 0 is indicated the row. Next colon is indicated the all columns. First row. This is the way of representation here. It accesses the first row. The first row is accessed here. The simple way you can read this one by using the row 0, row 1, and so on. Here we represent the column 1, column is represented 1, 10, 28, 68. First column. The same opposite. Just it is indicated the all rows. It is indicated the first column. Is the 1, 10, 28, 64. 120, 110, 28, 60. Okay. This way can go for this. I wanted to find out the first two rows. First two rows means this is the 0, 0 colon 2. 2 minus 1, 1. And it actually the first two rows. Is the first two rows. This way you can actually the any type of thing. Okay. Print max value of array. It is array dot max. It give the max value of list. Array. The max value is 264 among this thing. This way minimum value. Minimum value. Oh sorry. We need to change this one. The max minimum value. The minimum value here. Okay. I need to find out the minimum values of array columns. It is indicated the axis is equal 0. Minimum values of array column element. Elements. This is the column. This is the 1, 10, 28, 68. What is the minimum value here? 1. Here in the second column, 26 is the minimum value. Okay. In the third column, 25 is the minimum column. Next, last one is the. In this way, you can find out the maximum and the minimum value of the this one. Okay. Some values of array columns. Just you can use the sum.